Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a greeting card today using minimal supplies, and also I just wanted to focus on kind of going to my paper stash. I have a large pattern paper stash that I need to start depleting. I think we've been so caught up in just stamping and all the new techniques with heat embossing and using Copics and things like that. We kind of shied away from using our pattern papers. So I decided I wanted to start making greeting cards more with pattern papers, and I found these pattern papers in my stash, and these are by, let's see, these are Restoration Collection by cratepaper.com, and I found these. They're double-sided in one of my folders. Just some really pretty papers, and I haven't really been doing much scrapbooking lately. I've been doing more card making, so I haven't really been hitting up my paper stash like I should. But these are really pretty and colorful pages, and so I wanted to make a card with you guys just using very minimal supplies. So I'm going to be using my paper, and I chose this pattern paper with the flowers particularly because of the large bold outline flowers here, and I'm going to use these on the card kind of like a die cut, but I'm going to fussy cut them out of the paper. I'm just going to use this one sheet of paper to make a birthday card. So the back of it looks like this, and just was flipping through kind of showing you guys the rest of this paper. So just really pretty. And again, those are by Crate Paper, and I think I probably got these from Tuesday Morning a long time ago. So I already cut down my card base, which is going to be a white card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I wanted to show you guys this as well. This is the Park Lane paper. I got it from Joann's, and this is 110-pound white core smooth cardstock, and I really been liking this as my card base, so I just wanted to show y'all that. And it's 100 sheets per pack, and I'll try to put the cost of that paper down in the description box below, but I really like it. It's really sturdy for card bases, and also it's good to stamp on as well. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop talking so much, and I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm just going to take my pattern paper sheet here, and since my card is going to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to put it on my paper cutter here, and I am going to just cut off that little extra edge that says Crate Paper, and then I am going to cut off a piece to mat on the front of my card, and I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller, maybe leave 1/8 of an inch around for the card base to show. But so I'm going to cut this at 4 and let's see, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. Okay. And I am going to okay, so I have this piece here. Actually, I didn't need it that long, but anyway, let me cut another piece because I want to mat that on here. Let's see, so I'm going to cut this one down by 4, and instead of 5.5. I'm gonna cut that one at 5.25. Let's see if I did this the way I was thinking. Yeah, so I wanted to mat this on here like so. However, I'm not gonna cover my whole card base with that. So I'm gonna take this down half because I want to leave half of the card white right there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take a bit of this off. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 inches off. Okay. And I'm also going to take 2 inches off of this piece. And let's see what I get. Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to make a little mat like that. It's going to go on my card like this, because I want the bottom edge of my card to be white. I'm going to stamp a sentiment there. And then I want the top to be white. So I want this to kind of be in the center. So I'm going to move this out of the way and go ahead and show you guys the next part. So this is the leftover paper. I'm going to take this blue flower. I'm going to take this red flower and this olive green flower. And I'm just going to fussy cut those out, and those are going to be used as die cuts and embellishments on the front of my card. So that's what I'm doing now. Just cut those out. And there's still a large piece of leftover paper right here, and I have a small heart paper punch, and I think I'm gonna punch out a lot of hearts, and I can actually use that for like Valentine cards. So I'm just cutting this out. I'm not really that good at fussy cutting anything, but it's okay. I'm going to make it work. I'm not even going to ink the edges of these flowers. This card is about minimal supplies. So I'm using my scissors, I'm using my paper, some ink to stamp, and one stamp. That's it. And you could always jazz up your cards with some bling or some ribbon, which I might use a piece of ribbon. But it's time to start using some of this stuff that we have in our stash, because otherwise we become hoarders and we have all of this stuff and we're not using it, and we're just getting more stuff, because that's what I do. So I'm going to start trying to use more of what I have before I buy more paper. It's just really hard because they have all this pretty paper out there. And when you go in the stores, it's hard not to purchase it. Especially when you have all these ideas in your head about what you're going to use it for. And then it's too pretty for you to even open the package. Okay, so I have my flowers here, and I have my card. So I'm going to take my little sticky thumb tape runner, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting it together. So I'm just going to mat this piece on top of the other piece that I just... Okay. So this piece, just eyeball that. So we got that matted. Should I bring it in a little bit more, guys? Okay. And then this is a top folding card. So I am going to adhere this right about here. It's not center, exactly in the center, but I'm going to put it right about there. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. Actually, I think I want to add a little piece of ribbon to that as well. So I'll put the ribbon before I adhere this piece down. So I'm just going to stick the ribbon right across the front, the top, I'm sorry. And I'm just going to do that. Just like that. And I think I'm going to put a little extra glue on here, right over the ribbon. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and mat this down on my card. I'll say right about there. Press that down pretty good. Now I will take another small piece of ribbon here, and I'm gonna attempt to make a little bow. I'm not really good at making bows, or tying bows I should say, but I'm gonna see what I can do. I want it to be off to the side there. Pull it through, and this is sheer ribbon, so it may not even be able to see it too well. Okay, I'm gonna cut off the end of my ribbon there. Cut off a little piece right there. Okay, so we have our little ribbon on there, which I may add a little piece of glue right here just because that ribbon is there. Okay, so now I want to use some foam tape, and I want to pop these flowers that we cut out of the paper up on my card. I think I want to put that one there. All right. And let's see. And I want to place this right here. And lastly, we will put the blue one on. Okay. I'm going to move my little bow over a little bit. I'm going to place that right in the center. Super cute. Minimal supplies. Okay, so this is the stamp set that I'm going to use. And this is a Fiskars stamp set. This is the Happy Birthday set. And I got this for like $1, what is that? $1.99. And this had to be Tuesday morning. Yeah, it had to be Tuesday morning. But anyway, I'm going to use this stamp. Let me see. That says Happy Birthday to You. And I'm going to stamp that right down at the edge of my paper. So I have already mounted my stamp on an acrylic block right here. And I'm going to use this Studio G. And this one is a pigment ink. And I don't know what color this is. It's just a pretty blue color. So I'm just going to tap my ink pad across my stamp. And I am going to line it up where I want it and press down. Just give it a good press and bring it up. And I have my sentiment. Okay, and so lastly, I'm going to take my corner rounder and I am going to round this corner and the opposite bottom corner. And that's pretty much it. Now I think I want to jazz this card up just a little bit more by adding a little of my Spectrum Noir clear sparkle pen just on the centers of these flowers. You don't have to do this. It's just an extra step. You can use glitter or bling or sequin to your cards to just kind of jazz them up. But this is the finished card, and I really hope you guys like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, if you could click the link below to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.